So welcome to Real Life and Real Estate podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And Carol was a client in 2023. She had such a great journey.
Mm-hmm.
But Carol, would you tell us, why did you want to sell your old place? What were your biggest problems with where you were living before this?
Well, the biggest problem is they started widening Canyon Road. Used to be a really quiet neighborhood, but then when they widened it, people started using it for a racetrack. You can hear it coming, and traffic increased too, because eventually they're going to connect the canyon with the Port of 5, so they'll have a direct line from 5 all the way up into Frederickson. So it's going to be another meridian. And my concern was because of where we were located, the park is prime property for strip malls or warehouses or whatever else they want to put in there. And I just did not want to have to deal with that. I just decided I needed to get out of there before they did that. Because I already talked to a couple of people in the park, and they had gotten calls about making cash offers on their houses. So that just right there is flags going up saying, okay, something's going. And when they sold the park to a Commonwealth realtor.
To a different management company.
And it's just kind of like, okay, that's kind of red flags going up right there. I need to find someplace else. It was a hard decision to make because I really loved the place. I loved all the space and stuff, but then I had some medical issues come up, which kept me from doing like gardening. I love the garden. I love my irises especially.
Yes, you had such a beautiful garden right in front of your home.
And I couldn't take care of it anymore because trying to pull weeds, it was just like after 5 minutes, it was extremely painful. So I needed to find some place that was smaller, hardly any yard or no yard at all would have been just great for me. So that's when I contacted you. Well, you were recommended by, I think Chris recommended. Anyway, started the process of putting my house up for sale, which was frustrating.
What was frustrating about that?
Well, my place had to sell first before I could put an offer on someplace else. And the first place that we looked at.
Oh, the one with the horses nearby?
Oh, I fell in love with it. I wanted that place so bad. But ultimately I couldn't because my place wasn't really up for sale yet. And so there's a few places that I absolutely fell in love with. But because my place hadn't sold yet, I couldn't put any offer in on them. And so it was frustrating. There were days when, is somebody going to buy this place or not?
I know, yes.
I mean, there are other places in the park that were for sale and they sold. And there was one in there for sale again, but it's sold. And mine is still up for sale. I said, what's going on?
It's such a unique procedure, selling a manufactured home in a park and then buying a manufactured home in a park. And there's just a few extra hurdles we have to go through. And one of them was making sure that you were getting seen, that your house was showing in the best light, and that we were attracting the right people that wanted to buy it, and that they were qualified buyers. And not just crazy people who thought this was going to be a cheap location. Also, being in an age-restricted park, we couldn't have, we're not trying to attract just anybody. We're only attracting 55 and over. There were so many people who called and said, oh, but I have my sons that live with me, or my daughters, or my kids, or my grandkids. I'm like, that doesn't work here.
It's definitely a retirement community.
I
mean, I love the people who were there that I got to know.
You had really nice neighbors.
Yes, I did have really great neighbors. And I miss them. But it was time for me I knew it was time for me to move on. I was like, God, I want to move to Arizona. That's where I really wanted to go, was Arizona. But God said no. Because he knows how I feel about cold weather. I hate the cold. I don't like the cold. Which is why I got all this colorful stuff around here in the wintertime.
And you've made your home really cozy. And you just got finished telling me before we started recording that now you're not very cold and you don't need your space heaters. That this home is more efficient than the last one, and you're able to just have a regular temperature all the time.
This was definitely a God thing because I think it was just a spur of the moment type thing that we're doing. You just wanted to, because it just come up that day after we went through this one place that I already had an offer on, and you just want to come by and check it out. And as soon as we pulled in, I knew this was it.
Yeah. So you went from living on Canyon Road, which is 2 lanes each direction, and I think a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit.
Yeah.
Turning left on that is kind of tricky sometimes.
Oh, very tricky.
And now you live on a dead-end road in the valley with no traffic and a farm across the street.
Yeah.
So going from traffic noises, what do you hear down here in this location?
Not a darn thing. Occasionally I hear the trains go by, but for the most part, I don't even notice them half the time. And it's amazing. It's just so quiet here.
How's your drive time to all of your hobbies and all the places you like to go?
It's no problem. 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. All within, and I've changed some shopping places I go to. I used to go to the Safeway up on Canyon. Now I go down to the one here on Meridian because it's so much closer.
Yeah.
And discovered a new place to go eat called Charlie's.
Yay, Charlie's is awesome. Shout out to Charlie's in Puyallup.
Yeah. They're pretty good. And another place there, I can't remember the name of it though. It's I can't remember where it's at. But anyway, I just like the area. It's like I said, it's quiet. There's only like 16 units here. Yeah. And that's it. And it's very, very quiet. There's that place on the other side is that it's some kind of nursery or something. They do experiments with wetlands and stuff.
Oh yes, we have the WSU Extension Center nearby, and they do stuff with birds and vegetables and all kinds of stuff. You're near Watson's nursery, and then Vassie's nursery is just a few doors down from you.
Yes, to walk down there. I've already been there a few times.
You're almost across the street from the church, except for the train and the farm.
That's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind that little drive. It's really a short drive, actually.
It's a very short drive.
I just go down to the light down there and turn left, go over the track, and there's no train coming, but But no, it's everything is within Evie's driving distance. It's easy to get out and in, no traffic. Well, except for on Pioneer.
Yeah, but you have to drive through 2 neighborhoods to get there. And so you're going 25 miles an hour. Yeah. It's so much different than just beginning to leave your park and having to turn left and reach 50 miles an hour right away.
Yeah, because if you don't get run over.
Yes, don't get run over. And now I think your biggest problem is probably kids on bikes.
No, I don't even see that.
Not even that.
No, well, it's wintertime right now.
Yeah.
And most of it's all down that way anyway. But I have seen people walking their dogs and stuff. And I'm happy. This is my happy spot now.
Yeah. What did you think of working with your lender?
Oh, he was amazing.
He was great, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He was amazing. He was so helpful, especially when you were gone for those 2 weeks. And I had to go run here and go here and go there. Where's Nikki when I need her?
Yeah, we had some last minute things and lots of papers to sign there right at the end.
Yeah.
And
I think the most frustrating thing about it is because it was an estate sale, it took longer for it to process.
Yep.
But he walked me through everything. He told me, this is what you need. This is what you got to get. And if I had an issue, I can call him up anytime. Yeah. And he was always there ready to answer my questions.
Yeah. And that was one of the bonuses of working with a local lender with a local branch, and you knew where he works.
Yeah, I know where he lives. But also his coworkers, the people out there in the lobby, really nice people.
That's wonderful.
They were always nice, always helpful. They even helped me on a computer thing.
Oh, that's great.
They helped me, although I haven't used it now.
So Sound Community Bank was really friendly and really helpful. Yeah. I know you really wanted to be able to work in person with people, and we were able to find people who could do that and lend on a 55 and over manufactured home. So.
And he bent over backwards to make sure this happened, and it did. Yeah. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah. So
and then you recently found a handyman you like.
Yes, I did.
So how handy has that been?
Yeah, very handy. I mean, he put this together. I mean, dang.
Yeah. New kitchen cabinet got put together, and then he's been doing some of your yard work for you.
This is a different guy. I got
different guy.
Two
you have 2 handymen.
Yes.
Oh, well.
One maintenance guy and one. And my yard is very like postage stamp size. I mean, it took like maybe 2 hours because the grass was overgrown in the back and the stuff had to be trimmed. But for the most part, it didn't take him long to do it. And he's like, he looked at it and said, "Oh, okay, well, I'm not going to charge you that much." He was very fair with his price, and I was happy about that. And so, I mean, still haven't gotten the word back on how much it's going to cost to have it put together. But
well, one of my favorite things about you as a homeowner is that you're not afraid of doing the maintenance when it needs to be done, as long as you know it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And so when we did the inspection on your old place, we really didn't no one ran into surprises about, oh, surprise, the roof needs work. No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Nothing really needed major work because you had kept up on it that entire time you lived there.
Yeah, because there was a guy in the park there who would come around and do the roof and stuff, clean out the gutters and stuff. And he painted the gutters for me too. They got them all cleaned up and spiffy looking. And and he always put the moss on to protect the roof from stuff. And he did that on a yearly basis. And he only charged like $50 to do that.
Yeah.
He could have charged more if he wanted to, but he didn't. So.
And now in this lovely new home, I mean, eventually you will have to leave. I hope it's a good long time.
No, the only time I'm going to leave this place is when they carry my body out.
Okay. Well, I hope that's a good long time then. So you went from traffic to a really tranquil, peaceful place.
Yes. I've already met some of the neighbors are really nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I mean, I think his name is Skip. He brings my barrels back in for me.
That's so nice.
Because I always bring my barrels in.
Yeah.
And I went out to go bring them in. They're already in. So, well, wow.
Yeah.
That was nice. He does it all the time now.
Do you have any words of encouragement for other people thinking, gosh, I just want to get away from the traffic?
Don't give up. There's a place out there for you somewhere.
Yeah.
And Vicki will find it for you.
Or we will get lucky one morning.
Like we did. It's just, like I said, that was a God thing. It's just like, it was instant karma on there. It's just like, that's it. This is the place.
It was amazing. We were getting ready to put in an offer on another place. And we had seen it. We were just waiting for your place to be under contract. And as soon as that happened, this house got listed the next morning.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready to drive over, put in an offer, like make all the phone calls and make it happen. And you said, wait a second. Well, let's go see one more.
Yeah.
And honestly, I thought, why? Why would we go see one more? You found your perfect place already.
Yeah.
But then when we saw it, I could see what you saw.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is actually the perfect fit for Carol.
Yeah.
You'll be so happy here if we can just get through the estate and make it all work.
Yeah. And it did.
And we did.
It was a long process, a little frustrating. Well, a whole lot frustrating, but
yeah.
But it was worth it in the end. It was just absolutely worth it.
Yeah. And your home is gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
And I love all the unique things that you've done to it to really make it Carol's place.
Yeah. And I want to get the curtains up eventually.
Yeah, but that's what, the last thing?
Yeah.
Couldn't have done so much.
I got shades on here so I can close the shades. But in fact, I have laminated floors and not carpeting. I do not like the carpeting in there.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep it clean all the time, especially I just didn't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, you've got fresh paint, updated appliances, brand new bathrooms.
Yes. Walk-in showers.
Walk-in shower. So easy access.
And what is amazing, when I was living there at my other place, my master bedroom didn't have a skylight or a window in it. And I was thinking, God, it would be nice to have either a skylight or a window in my bathroom. Guess what? I have a skylight and a window in my bathroom.
In both bathrooms. Both bathrooms have a skylight.
Both of them have skylights.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a window in this one. But this does have a skylight.
The primary bathroom has a skylight and a window.
And a window.
Yeah.
And it's just perfect.
Now you get to have all the natural light all the time.
Yes, I don't even have to turn lights on in the evening because all the lights coming on out there, it's just like lights for me.
Wow.
In here.
That's so cool.
Once in a while, I'll turn on the lights or something, just let people know, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, someone's home.
But yeah, I just absolutely love the place. And I have to thank you for being patient with me.
You never know, right? Because it could have happened that your place would have found the right buyer in the first 5 days or month. And it just turned out we had to be patient, wait for the right buyer.
Well, God had a reason for all that. He knew this place was going to be coming up.
Yeah, this one wasn't ready for you when we were ready for it.
Yeah. So I'm a happy camper. I love the place. I love how bright this kitchen is. I mean, it is bright in here. It's like daylight in here.
Yeah, it's like having springtime inside.
Yes. And I even got my sleeves rolled up. I'm not even cold.
And now you don't have to move to Arizona.
No, I don't.
I'm not sad about that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to live down there, but
yeah,
this is probably where God wants me. And besides, I get to do the things that God wants me to do.
Yeah.
Like helping out the homeless and stuff. So I'm happy with that. So I'm doing something.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for telling your story.
Thank
I
you.
hope it encourages a few other people that sometimes we wait longer than we want to, and there's probably a good reason for it.
Yeah. And it's going to be frustrating. It is frustrating because you got to do this and that and the other thing. Of course, I had no problem keeping my house neat anyway.
Oh, that was not the problem.
That was not a problem for me.
Carol's home is neat as a pin.
Yeah,
every single moment of the day. I don't think she even has a speck of dust ever that she doesn't know about and take care of the instant that it happens.
Yeah, well, I have seen a little bit specks of dust around. But yeah, I was very OCD about that. Things have to be in a certain place, a certain way, and it has to be nice and neat. And I think that stems from having friends who were hoarders and stuff. And I started going down that road too. I said, no, I don't want to be like that.
Yeah.
I come home from work one day, I think it was, and I just looked at my face and said, no, this can't happen anymore. So I just started keeping it clean. The bed was kind of iffy, making it every day. I did. But then when I started put my face up for sale, I started getting into making it all the time. And now it's become such a habit that I can't leave my house unless it's been made.
Well, they say that's good for you.
Yeah, and it doesn't take long. It only takes about 2-3 minutes to do.
Yeah.
And it's done.
That's so cool.
So that's why I keep things clean around. It only takes about maybe 2-3 minutes to clean something up. And it's done, put away, and don't have to worry about it. And then I got the rest of the day to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah. You just do your chores in the morning.
That's right. I do my chores in the morning. I do my errands in the morning.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the day, I just goof off.
Oh my gosh.
Which sometimes gets me into trouble, but for the most part, it's okay.
Awesome. All right. I think we're done.